Welcome everybody to episode 64 of Psycho's Platters. I hope everybody is doing themselves a fantastic weekend. Honestly, I don't know. It's not no late night episode, but what the heck. So here's the thing. Remember, I went off and I told you guys that I, due to everything getting moved around, that all my boxes and bookcases have been mixed matched, mishmash all over the place. So you're gonna have to forgive me. I think I've got some things you haven't seen before mixed with things that you might have seen, but it's been quite some time. Let me move some things a little bit around here. This office gets messy. Very messy. All right. And then I have at the end here, I want to show an extra special surprise that literally came in the mail 2 days ago. I think you people are going to get a kick out of it, and a couple shout outs included into this too. Okay. Ronnie Dark, his Wax Museum show, really kick-ass show on Sundays. Ear Candy, it's on. It'll be on tonight. He loves the Buckinghams like I love the Buckinghams. I was pretty happy to find quite some time ago Tefano and Gimmery. Can't even talk here. I wish I had this when I met Carl. Good album. It really, really is. And it's kind of funny because it took Ronnie's show for me to come and listen to it completely because I didn't have time. I heard like little bits and pieces. Of course, this is on the Epic/Ode. This is actually a promo. It says demonstration not for sale, and came with the lyric sleeve too. Really nice album. I like it for what was it, 77? That's what I thought for 77. Not too shabby. I'm trying to think here. Hold on a minute. Who else is on this album? Maybe it'll give me hints. It's a show produced by Tom Scott. Okay. Just the basic session people, pretty much. That's what I'm seeing on here. So that's pretty nice. What else here? Musical Jeopardy question, ladies and gentlemen. What do you get when you have a former brief singer for Black Sabbath, a guitar player for Kiss, and a couple other assorted? Oh, I found an extra surprise, also engineered by Les Claypool of Primus. White Tiger, that's right. This is actually a half-hard album to find. Typical 80s hair metal goodness here. There's the front, there's the back. It also came with, hold on a minute, a brief lyric sleeve that's got in there too. Nothing too fantastic on here. I guess it says here that Alan Holdsworth was somewhat involved on this too, briefly, on your EMC record label from '86. The story goes, if I remember correctly, is that David Donato, who he's still around actually, I think he's in Texas. Somebody went off and told me that he likes to still be loosely in the music scene in Texas. He maybe would have stayed longer in Sabbath. He was there in early '84, if I remember correctly, back when, how do I explain this? They went through a couple different people after Ian Gillan had to leave after the Born Again album, which that's an underrated album. Ugly ass record cover, but a really good album with Trashed and Zero the Hero and Disturbing the Priest and a few other ones that are on there that are good. But Donato ends up coming in after, what's his name? Jeff, I want to say Fahrenheit. I know that's not right, but it's close to that. But Donato comes in '84, and there's pictures in a Hit Parader magazine, if I remember correctly. It was Donato, Tony, Geezer, and Bill. Bill was back still. And I guess Donato opened his mouth. That's what I heard. And said something he shouldn't have. And that was the end. He was gone. When you were growing up, Did you ever have a band, like a local band that like practiced in your neighborhood? Mine did. Uh, cannot remember the street that was around the corner from William Street in Crystal Lake, Illinois. Shire was the one that ended up. There's the front, there's the back. This is from 81, 82, pretty much. There we go, Paddock Street. They made this themselves, this record. It's actually pretty decent. If you're into the prog, it actually is kind of neat. It's got a stick Starcastle bent, okay, for that kind of stuff. Of course, for early 80s, kind of typical cheesy. The quick little story on this, though, is, and maybe some of you people can help me out there because I don't have. Flash forward to like 1987, okay? I'm in a record store in McHenry, Illinois, flipping through, and I came across a band called Shire, also out of California. That particular album was produced by Don Dokken from Dokken. Is it the same people? I mean, they had the hair and everything, but was it some of the same people? Was it a different Shire? I don't know. I'm looking for that Shire album. That one is a toughie to find. On YouTube, I can pick up a couple tunes, and I love it. Speaking of the stick Starcastle bent, here's Starcastle, kids. You know what? I love Starcastle. Starcastle should have been bigger than what they were. This one, of course, on Epic. Beautiful, beautiful. I call it a bullseye epic. I don't know if you want to call it that. Starcastle was formed pretty much in the Champaign, Rantoul, Illinois area. You have all your people straight coming down here. Your top one is Terry Luttrell. Terry Luttrell was the original lead singer to REO's Speedwagon. He was on the first album only, and there's a rumor that he was involved in 2 of the songs for REO 2, including 157 Riverside Drive. I don't know if that's true or not, but I've heard that over the years. If I remember correctly, this is, of course, from 1976. Some of the band, including Luttrell, reunited in the last year or two. I don't know if they're still going on that. Another quick Chicago band. Do you like humor like I like humor? These Animal Stories albums are funny as hell. It also gives me a little slice of old-time Chicago radio because Animal Stories from WLS was Larry Lujak, good old Uncle Larry, and Snot-Nosed Tommy, which was Tommy Edwards, was another DJ on here too. And, this was like late 70s, early 80s stuff. This one's here, Volume 3. I think they made several volumes. Get them. If you find them, it's clean, funny humor. Picked this up for $3. Tesla's Mechanical Resonance. Easy come, easy go, coming at you. A lot of good stuff on here. Little Susie. She's on the up. Just thought I'd tell you. German import of Loudness from 83, The Birthday Eve off of Roadrunner Records. I think this might be one of the few Loudness ones I do have in my collection. But I love it though. Really nice. Rush's Hold Your Fire with the shrink still on. It says $15, but I didn't pay $15. Far from it. Here's your inner sleeve on Mercury. Local boys around here, actually from Rolla, Missouri, Brewer and Shipley, Tarkio. This one here, kind of neat, produced by Nick Gravenite. All right. Of course, Brewer and Shipley are on here. Mark Naftalin, he used to be in Butterfield Blues Band. Jerry Garcia is on here too. He's on a couple cuts. But of course, the big hit one, Toke Over the Line. All right. This one here, I love this album. This is Gold Stamp Promo, Concert for the People of Campeche on Atlantic Records. It's a double album set. Came out in 1980. I happened to talk to Lawrence Juber, who played guitars, for Wings during these shows. And he went off and he's like, they were trying to work on getting it released on DVD, but unfortunately that was almost 10 years ago. I don't know what the rights clearance is and what the holdup is, but you've got The Who, Queen, Clash, Ian Dury, the Blockheads, Specials, Pretenders, Elvis Costello, Rock Pile with Robert Plant, which that one was a cool track, and then The Last Size, Paul McCartney and Wings, and Rockestra, which you got members of The Who, three-quarters of Led Zeppelin, etc., etc. Here's an album that took me quite a while to find. I love Blue Oyster Cult. 1988, Imagine Those. Albert Burchard, actually pretty much it's classic Oyster, just back for this particular album. I'm the One You Warned Me Of. Astronomy, bunch of really cool stuff off of here. To my knowledge, I don't think it's ever been released on CD, but like I said, on Columbia Records. Also, I think this is kind of cool. There is a guitar orchestra for one of the cuts, which happens to also have Robbie Krieger from The Doors, Alda Nova, and Joe Satriani are all on here too. So that's kind of cool. Get back in the VOC. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to tell you something. I found this at a Salvation Army a couple of years back. It says 1988 on it. It says manufactured under license by Melodia in the USSR. Everything else on here is Russian. Now, I'm going to tell you why I honestly think this is original and genuine. Okay? Because I found this pile in a bunch of Russian and Polish metal and grabbed it. And I'm told that if this is a real Russian album, that this thing goes for a high price. And I hope I'm right. Okay. Due to time constraints, we're gonna zip past these couple, get to the last thing. Okay. Thank you very much, Vintage Rock Magazine out of England. Provided for me something very, very nice. Oh, how odd. Okay. I thought at least I was going to have a cover for you. Vintage Rock Magazine sent me a test pressing. I thought there'd be an album cover in this thing. There isn't. Maybe test pressings don't get covers. I don't know. From Easy Action Records. This is the only thing I got on here. I've got, it says here, side A is one hint, and it says titled 1 Dozen Berries. That's all I have. It's kind of weird. I don't understand. Needless to say, it's the Chuck Berry reissue that's coming out. How strange. I'm not trying to be a gift horse in the mouth, but that's kind of weird. That's a weird gift. But I won that. Like I said, courtesy of Vintage Rock Magazine out of England and Easy Action Records. Can't wait to listen to it, but oh, that's strange. All right, guys. You know what? It's getting to be that time. So, Wax Museum with Ronnie Dark. Listen to them Sunday night, 6 to 9 p.m. Vintage Rock Magazine out of England. Shindig Magazine out of England. Thrifty Music Collectors. YouTube Vinyl Community. You're all there. New episodes from Psyko and Knights of the Round Turntable coming soon. Take care. God bless. Rock on. Share with your friends and enemies.